All right, welcome back, everyone. This is Women in the Trailer Industry. I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Lacey.
And here we go.
Today we have something super special. We have some great guests joining us. So ladies, why don't you start by telling us your name?
Sure. So hi, I'm Andrea Gibbon. I am the Executive Director of NATDA.
Hey guys, and I'm the counterpart, Karen Anderson, Sales Director for the NATDA.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for being with us today. We are super excited about having you. So first, let's just start by, Karen, can you tell us a little bit about yourself?
And just for reference, everyone, this is the Karen that we always talk about
Karen
on the podcast. So now you can put a face to a name.
The Karen trademark. We'll come out with merch soon. So thank you so much for having us today, guys. We're so happy to be here and to support. I've been working with the association since its inception. And so we're building our 14th season, and I love what I do. I love working with Andrea and the team that we have. It's been a great run, and we're looking for a full house this year. So thanks again for having us come on to share with you everything we have going on with the association.
Awesome. Yeah.
Nice.
So Karen, where do you live?
Hey, I'm calling you from Hermosa Beach, California. And if you have not been there, we're a small slice of 1 mile of square beach right south of LAX.
Awesome. And Andrea, where are you at?
So the NATDA, I'm actually at NATDA headquarters. We're based in St. Pete, Florida. So we have our own little beach here too. Can't complain.
I'm jealous of you
It's
guys'
actually-
beaches.
Yeah, it's a requirement. It's a job requirement.
You have to live by water.
I love that.
Nice. Well, Karen, you mentioned with the association, what is an ATDA? What is the association you're talking about?
Sure. We work with dealers all over the U.S. and Canada that sell light to medium weight trailers or repair them. And we work with small family-owned businesses that are very entrepreneurial to help them stock their shelves, whether it's with parts, service, repair, B2B services. We put on a trade show that's highly attended. We get over 500 dealerships each year that come from all over. Some even international visitors at our association trade show.
Nice.
Andrea, when is the trade show?
I'm sorry?
Can you tell the audience when the trade show is?
Oh, sure. So our trade show this year is in Nashville at Music City Center. From August 31st will be Education Day, and September 1st and 2nd, the show floor will be open.
Nice. And, to back up a little, when Karen was saying that they work with dealers, work with these manufacturers, mom and pops, repair shops, really they are the bridge to get people who they need to connect with people. Karen, throughout our years, has met us up with tons of people just to make that network, make that connection, meet people who could help us just by advice, mentorship, what we talk about a lot in the podcast, finding those people. Karen has been very helpful, and the NATDA has been very helpful for us in the parts and repair industry, part of the trailer industry. So NATDA is a great bridge for that. Karen and Andrea, what has y'all's journey been through NATDA? How did you get where you were or are in NATDA, and where do you look on going there?
I'm going to let you start with Andrea.
So I've been with NATDA for just almost 3 years. I come from the association trade show world. I've been in associations and trade shows for over 20 years and joined NATDA. And I joined NATDA essentially as the director of the show and operations internally. And then just about a year ago, a little less than a year ago, I was promoted to executive director. I'm really happy and thrilled to work with Karen and our team here and leading us kind of to the next level. This year our show is the biggest it's ever been. The show floor is bigger, the education is bigger, and I'm super excited to be able to offer even more member benefits this year to our members. So really trying to tie in my experience with associations and trade shows and helping to elevate the NATDA show and our member experience overall. I'm looking
Nice.
forward to the future.
Yeah, congratulations
Yeah.
on your promotion there. I've
thank you.
really, going back and forth, your name started popping up and all that. So, as being an onlooker, you're like, well, they've rose to a new position, So, congratulations on that, Karen. What was your journey like to NATDA?
Wow, my journey kind of breaks all the rules in the books, and I'll keep it really, really
I think
short.
you always break all the rules in the book.
But parlay, Pirates Law, right? They're more like guidelines. I was working in qualitative research for over 5 years, and I did what you're not supposed to do. I quit my job. I needed time off. It's amazing what that job taught me. It taught me to learn how to manage the work and not let the work manage you. I took 3 months off, and my brother actually had started a publication in the RV industry. It was the only publication catering to toy haulers, which at the time nobody really understood the consumer and the lifestyle. And he said, "Are you bored yet?" And I said, "Sure." And so I worked with my family for over 5 years in that segment. Meanwhile, we were approached by Andy Ackerman and Amy Rubinstein at the time, who's now Amy Ackerman. And they asked us to produce their publication. And Andy said to me, "What do you want?" And that question alone was a game changer in my life, because that version of myself said, "I know what I want. I want to work from home. I want to be able to surf and take a stab at starting a family." And Andy that day said to me, "Great. I'll never check up on you. I'll never ask for a report, but I'll know if you're not doing a good job." And you guys, I got to say, I think I did a good job.
I think so too. And that is ideal, right? For anybody. It's like a dream job, right?
And I think the results of NATDA and the shows can really speak for
For sure.
themselves of y'all's success and progress there. So,
And hard work that you guys
yeah.
have put in. So I want to ask each of you, what is one key element that helped elevate you to the goal that you are now? Is this your goal, or is there somewhere else higher that you want to be within the organization? But what is the key element that is really makes you hone in and focus on elevating yourself?
Was that question directed at me or Andrea?
both of you.
Sorry. I did. Well, I mean, look at Andrea already. I mean, she's our executive director.
Absolutely.
And a seasoned CM. I mean, we're really thrilled to have her.
So Andrea, what would be a key element that was your driving, motivating factor?
For me, I'm about the membership, and I want to make sure that the membership is satisfied, with what they're getting from us, and whether that be their experience at the show or, a new member benefit. Like we've recently launched, health benefits and 401k and all of these things our members have been asking for years. We've been able to achieve that. That's when a member is happy with what we are producing is what makes me happy. I'm very member driven, very, association centric. And of course, trade shows are in my blood. They've been ever since I was 21, walked on my first show floor and I was like, this is what I want to do. So as long as I get to keep going in that direction, and, opening those show doors, opening morning is like the biggest excitement for me ever. You can't take that away from me.
I'll say that takes a special person because trade shows are a task.
They certainly are.
They are fun, but they are daunting. So kudos to you for the stress that comes along with that. So.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's definitely, the trade show, those doors are going to open no matter what. That's a hard deadline. You can't push that one.
Yeah, no. Of all the ones.
Yeah.
And then, Karen, what was your driving factor?
I think it's just connections, guys, right? I love the entrepreneurial path. I love working with businesses, new businesses, connecting the dots. making things flow better, but also being part of innovation, right? And seeing where our association is, the changes that have happened, a lot of consolidation going on in our industry. We were recently acquired, which is exciting. I think that's another thing that qualitative research rooted me in, is that you got to be careful what you ask for, because you're just going to get it one day, which is change. And sometimes change doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen as fast as we would like it to. But when it happens, it is for the better. And we're excited what our new owners will be bringing to the association to allow us to continue to have further growth.
Yes, I'm excited for the show and, you know, see how we can shake things up and just go from there.
And I think the connections that you talk about, Karen, like that just really speaks true. It, like we all joke about, like the Karen is everybody's cheerleader, right? So like if you know her, she's cheering you on no matter what you're doing, you know, and she just wants everybody's success. So I just think we appreciate that a lot too, and the connections that you've helped us make, and through NATDA, obviously, but we just really appreciate that.
Yeah, and one of the biggest things I've learned from the NATDA is, you know, we're all in this together. We're not against each other doing this. You know, we can all benefit from each other and help the customer. At the end of the day, I think everyone's goal in the trailer industry is to help someone get back on the road, because that's their livelihood, you know. So how can we do that together with each other and make those connections and make that a pleasurable experience? So to back up a little bit, you said the members of the show. What's your typical member of the show? What does that professional look like? Who are they?
Well, it's a really great question who they are, right? Our category is so diverse. You know, we're not the RV industry, right? We're not performance racing. We're not the work truck category. We are 26,000 pounds and under in the light to medium weight trailer category, right? Some of these dealerships, you drive by their dealership, bona fide trailer dealer. You're just seeing utility trailers, cargo trailers. But there's many crossover categories, which makes us so diverse. Power sports, marine, ag and farm. Even some of the dealerships are number one dealerships for some of the horse trailer category are used truck dealerships. So the diversity of this category is what makes us so eclectic on who these dealerships are. But most of them are mom and pop shops, families, generational wealth. Some of these companies have dealerships have multiple dealerships. It's just we're as diverse as our members are. You know?
For sure. And when you look at it like that, I mean, there's so many more people that we could reach and get involved in the NATDA when you put it like that. So
For
definitely
sure.
to get that outreach out there. So how does the show benefit these dealers and these professionals?
Andrea?
So our dealers come to the show, you know, to connect with the manufacturers and vendors. You know, especially, you know, last year we saw a number of new dealers coming because of the inventory shortage, right? So they came to make new connections, find new suppliers. They come for the networking, for FaceTime, for handshaking. It's also a family retreat for them. Many of them bring their families and they stay and make it a family vacation. So we feel like it's family oriented. They enjoy the show. They enjoy the education and just being on the show floor, meeting partners like you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So is there anything in particular that's unique this year that's going to be going on?
Oh gosh, that question cut out, guys. Can you repeat that?
Oh, okay. So is there anything unique in particular this year that's going to be happening at the show?
Oh my gosh. Alert.
Are you spilling the
You got
beans?
this one, Karen.
The beans are spilling. The imaginary
You guys,
beans.
this year's show is delicious. To tout that we have the first electric tractor manufacturer at our show,
Wow.
11 out of 10. We have a closed and cargo trailer that is indestructible that's coming, that has thin sidings of steel, but somehow it's not heavy when
Wow.
transporting. There's a couple of other products, but I'm not allowed to say anything about it, which just kills us because you know how competitive this industry is.
Absolutely.
And if some of these manufacturers release what they're going to do too soon, somebody else will say, hey, that's a great idea. I think we should do it too. So that's just two of the categories that I can think of. What's trending, though, it's really exciting. We have over 9 finance companies at this year's trade show.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever even walked a show before where I've seen this many finance companies. Also trending is tracking devices and locks, which goes to tell you what's going on in the world, right? Safety is going to be protecting what you own because it's not getting any cheaper is going to be paramount. And we're happy to put these opportunities in front of our dealers. And then Andrea can tell you about our new product display.
Y'all are totally killing my next question because I was gonna say what can attendees be looking out for, but y'all are like flowing into it. Y'all are like covering it all. Go ahead, Andrea.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm going to have to give that one to Karen. I have not yet renewed or reviewed the new product submissions. She just put me on the spot there.
She's holding you accountable inadvertently.
She is. That's what happens when I put somebody else in charge of anything. Corey's manning the new products.
We have a new product display that's located in our lounge, and typically we get no less than 15 up to 30 exhibitors in this category with their products for our dealers to vote on, which is amazing because companies such as yourself that are distributors, you want to know what the latest and greatest is going to be. And here the audience is voting on it. So our deadline for submissions was just last week. We extended it a couple of days, and we'll have to get back to you on that. But I think we're bursting at the seam. We also have at this year's trade show, we're so thankful to have such amazing support from our sponsors, our Ultimate Prize Package giveaway. So we have a UTV that's going to be given away on a custom trailer by our friends there at Illuma. Snap and Turtle tie downs is involved. Shelby, what is Jillian donating? Wheel chocks from Shelby Flooring.
So the whole 9 yards there.
There's a light kick that's perhaps it's going to be on the UTV from Technique. So all of our members have started to say, hey, we want to be part of this. And there'll be some lucky dealer that's going to be able to claim that prize at trade show. And that's on Friday. On Friday.
Friday, 11 a.m. we're going to draw.
Nice.
And they need to
Everyone be
donate to Wounded Warriors. They have to support the charity
Awesome.
and be present to win.
Be true, donate to the blue.
Awesome.
So, what special benefits do NATDA members receive for
While
being a
at the
member?
show.
So like year round or at the show?
At both. Why don't we cover both?
At the show.
Yeah.
Sure. So our members, trying to think.
Well, I'll start with this. Okay? There's not a show and association out there that can tout that they're giving their members a free hotel room. And I'm not talking a Motel 6. Andrea has done such an amazing job. Our host hotel is the Omni. If there are dealers out there that want to come attend this show, please reach out to us. We have rooms available for you to stay so you can come to this association trade show. We understand they're small businesses. They have to shut their doors, which are their profit centers. So the least we could do is get them a hotel room to come meet with our clients.
That is
So
awesome.
we have the Omni, we have the Drury, Margaritaville, and the list goes on.
Party
So-
time.
Shoot, we should have stayed at Margaritaville.
I know.
But that's very considerate. You know, it is very hard to go to trade shows and, you know, make that investment just because you do have to
Yes.
close down. Even for a business with 20 employees, I don't think we're in that super small sector anymore, but it's still hard to figure out who's going, what our operations are going to look like, if there's going to be any, you know, what our how our sales are going to be impacted. So I know new dealers and new attendees greatly appreciate that benefit from the NATDA, because I
Absolutely.
definitely would.
The next benefit are education. Our team has put up a great lineup for education. And I would say the other thing is the intimacy of that event itself, because you get to be amongst your peers. You get to meet with other dealers. You get to talk and strategize about what's working, what's not working, your struggles. And I don't know whoever said misery loves company, but there's a lot to that, right? And I think collectively, they all benefit by being in one room together.
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, I've heard some rumors, and some rumors have gone around, but is the NATDA sold out?
Well, okay, so check this out, you guys. We expanded a total, I think it's just under 25,000 square feet this year.
Wow.
I begged, bartered, and tested our team's patience, and I think we have 8 booths that are on that floor plan that are spoken for. So we should be at a full house. If there's somebody that's interested in exhibiting in this show and they have a product that's going to help supply chain flow or is going to be an opportunity for our dealers, please reach out to us. We'll try to figure out how to include you and get you to this venue. That is our objective. The last couple of years have been difficult for most. There were dealerships without inventory for over 4 months, and we want to connect and unite the entire industry under one roof. So just because we're completely in the red zone and sold out doesn't mean you shouldn't reach out, get on a wait list with us, and see what happens.
Yes. So, audience, do that, because this sounds like it's going to be an epic show.
Absolutely.
Especially being sold out multiple times. So.
Yes. So can you tell us what would be the best for audience if they don't know or avenue to reach out? Is there an email address? Is there?
Sure. That's Karen, Karen, at natda.org.
Awesome.
Hey, you know what? I forgot to tell you too. One of the most amazing reasons to come to the NATDA trade show this year.
What is that?
What do you think?
I don't
We
know. I
also
have a
get to-
list in my head of great experiences.
We get to tout that we have the first Women in Business podcast live from the NATDA trade show. And for that, we are thankful.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like, what noise is Kiefer making right now?
We're so excited.
You're running our moment,
I
man.
know.
All right. So to wrap it up, what is the most rewarding part of your job? And Andrea, we will start with you.
Working with Karen. No, and seriously, no. I mean, our team is amazing. I do love our team. We all really come together. A very, very small team who all wear a lot of hats. So, you know, coming to work every day it's a pleasant experience. It's definitely a lot of fun. And then being able to see the show come to life, for all of the hard work that our team puts in to make the show come to life, to be there on the show floor is definitely the biggest reward.
Definitely. I think things are so much better when you have passion behind it, too. I mean,
And you can totally see that with an ATVA. So, yeah.
Karen, how about you? What's the most rewarding part of your job?
You know, at the end of every trade show, we have a customary dinner where we get to sit down with our team and be like, wow, we did it. There's a lot that happens to putting on a trade show, and then all of the minutia that's going on the day of the show. I always thought that I probably looked like a crazy lady running around that show, and I'm glad to know that I'm way crazier than my heart. There's not not a short skirt. Those are long shorts. But just to have other women in the industry and connect with them. I think all the lessons too, guys, the takeaways, right? It's the poetry in life is when things don't go to plan. It's when you get to improvise and innovate and go, all right, next year we can do better.
Mm-hmm.
So every year we leave that show with going, next year we'll do better.
Yep. Definitely take everything as a learning experience.
Yeah, for sure. So, Andrea, I'd like to know, as the trailer industry progresses, what do you see as a vision of what's the future of an ATDA look like?
Oh, wow. We can only go up from here, bigger, better, more benefits, growing our dealer database for sure. We find that a number of dealers don't know who we are. So being able to reach out to them and include them in our family and, just supporting that industry as a whole.
There's so many benefits. So I'm like, encourage everybody that if you don't know, reach out, because like it's just so many resources and benefits and connections that can be made just by being present there.
Yeah, agreed. We do find that even with some of our current members, they don't realize how much we've expanded our benefit offering. So educating them and being able to spread the word that we are truly a resource here for the industry.
Absolutely.
And this is a follow-up question, just me talking to y'all. I don't know if he'll put it in the podcast, but do y'all have like a benefit resource manager? Because as a business leader, let's just say you throw all these benefits at me and I'm like, I don't have all the time to implement this and, explore. We've explored some of the benefits and, do you have a specific person who you can go to with the questions on the benefits?
Yeah, so our membership manager actually wears that hat for us. So Leanna Kerner manages all of our member benefit partners. She stays in touch with them monthly to make sure people are taking advantage, seeing what the status is, and she talks to all of our dealers. She is on the phone all day, every day, talking about the show and talking about all of our benefits and answering any questions that anyone might have. So she is definitely the resource here for that.
That's awesome. Well, I am super excited for the show. I'm ready to get the word out more than it already is. It's just like, how many people can we reach and how many people can we get to go to the show, so we can all connect and help each other through a thriving but struggling time. Everyone's doing the best they've ever done, but it's the hardest to get customers and most expensive, so how do we all succeed and thrive through this time together and just keep going from here?
Karen, you want to leave us with the last word?
We have to do the Beyonce drop at NATEA, though.
Drop it.
Because I didn't put the right song last time, so.
I would say that I'm going to leave us with like, comment, and share.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we always end with that, but absolutely.
That was the last
How
comment.
about like, comment, share, and prayer? That's where I'll leave it.
Absolutely. Follow us anywhere you follow us. Podcast, YouTube. We're going to have it released on everything that we usually do.
Yep, and thank you for everyone for joining us at Women in the Trailer Industry.
Thank you
Thank
guys
you
for
so
being
much.
here.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Kiefer.
Bye.
That's usually my line.